What's going on, Wise Take Nation? It's your boy, Paulie D, and I am joined by my good friend, CashinDFS. What's going on, Cash?
It's a good day. It's a good day. Love the NFL draft. No, not necessarily. My two pitchers got rocked. My two pitchers sucked cock. But the draft was fun. I didn't even get to watch basketball. I was watching the draft all night.
Why was the draft fun?
It's always fun. And I think my teams did pretty well, except the Bucks.
Except the Bucks. Tampa Bay. Who else is your team? You're a Falcons fan, right?
The show. And the Ravens.
All right.
The Ravens got the best quarterback in the draft. The last pick of the first round.
The kid from Louisville?
Damn right.
You think he's the best quarterback?
He's going to be the best quarterback in this draft once he gets on the field. Yep. He's Michael Vick, but better. Special arms, special quickness, special speed, and he can actually read a defense. He can make every throw on the field. He's special.
I honestly haven't seen him enough to have an opinion on him. What pick did he go?
Last pick in the first round, they traded up to get him. And then they got the tight end from South Carolina.
Like Hicksy or something like that?
No, he was the kid that was drafted in baseball, and then he had some eye condition or something. He was supposed to be supposed to be awesome.
Yeah.
He was supposed to be an awesome pitcher, and then
he got the yips.
Something happened.
Yeah.
And he fell apart. And he went back to college for football.
Yeah. Yep. What other teams do you have?
That's just the three teams that are my favorite teams, but Jerry Jones, oh my God. He had the worst pick of the draft.
Cowboys. What pick number did they have?
I don't know, it's like 16, somewhere around there. Maybe a little later. He took some kid from Boise State that I don't know. There was an Alabama linebacker that was sitting right there that's far superior, and he didn't take him. He took some kid from Boise State that I have no idea who he is. I've never seen him. I never heard of him. They were talking about he had one good year and that's it, but I don't know nothing about him. I thought it was crazy. When he could have got a receiver that he needed. Or he could have got the linebacker from Alabama.
Where did that receiver Ridley go?
A-Town, baby. A-Town.
Oh, wow. You guys got him?
Damn right. You goddamn right.
I thought
all that attention is going to be over there on Julio, and Ridley's going to be crushing him over here.
Yeah, I thought he was one of the better players in the entire draft. I'm surprised he fell that far.
Yeah, man. He just was limited in college because of his quarterback. You seen what he did in the second half of once old boy came in. What's his name? Tula, whatever the hell his name is. Tua. Yeah, whatever his name is.
His brother,
that kid is good.
Is going to be at Alabama now too. Tua. He's got him and his younger brother at Alabama.
Man, that kid lit it up in that second half, man. I'll never forget it. Crushed my soul.
So I didn't I really I'm a Giants fan. They had the second pick. They got Saquon Barkley.
Did you like that?
Yeah, I was thrilled about that. The only thing I want the Giants to do is get offensive line, and there really wasn't a ton of top three
that
pick.
High.
Yeah, exactly. So you take the best available, and taking a stud running back with that's not a move the Giants usually make. So that means he had to have graded out phenomenally for them. And if I was them, I'd just pick offensive linemen the rest of the draft, every round, and just if they can protect that offense, they're going to be good.
Don't you think they could have traded back in the middle of the first round and got an offensive lineman and then took one of the running backs early in the second? The kid from Georgia. The kid from Georgia got drafted late, and he's special too.
He is. We'll have.
Or do you think he's worth that?
I really don't know. I still like his highlights, so he looks great. But I gotta watch him some more. Usually you don't want to run him back that high, but. If they weren't going to take a quarterback, this draft was quarterback heavy, and that was really it. Ridley was one of the better skilled players. like, most of the guys, like, there wasn't like the Jadavon Clowney this year, or like, the top like O lineman. It was like four quarterbacks were supposed to go in like the top 10. But I was surprised the Browns didn't take Darnold and they decided to take the kid from Oklahoma. And I thought the Jets really lucked out because I don't think the guy from Oklahoma is going to be that good. And I think the guy from USC will.
Yeah, it was interesting. I didn't know why they did that, but I think he's more of a college quarterback than an NFL quarterback. The kid from Oklahoma.
Yeah. This is the first time too where like we got a surprise with the first pick. Like, I can't remember a year that we didn't know like a week in advance who was going first. Like maybe they'd like not come out and say it, but everyone kind of like that was the first time there was like a shock with the first pick in a long time.
Yeah, then I mean we'll see, but I mean I do like him. I mean when I watch him in college, I like him, but I don't know, he's kind of small. This ain't college.
Art Dunn was small.
Huh?
Art Dunn was small.
Russell Wilson is small, but yeah. Russell Wilson is Russell Wilson. Like, is he gonna be Russell Wilson? I don't know. Maybe, but
yeah, we'll have to see. But we got a massive slate, so let's jump into this thing. Man, I really want to talk some basketball too. Did you see Russ Westbrook last night?
Oh yeah, man. I tweeted like when Crowder hit that three and they were up like 20 something at the beginning of the third. I'm like, these guys are getting rolled in they home building in an elimination game, and then
he turned it. Yeah, wow.
Yeah.
Like, he had 24 DK points at half, and like, it was like the middle of the third when they went down by 24, and like, one more bucket to Utah and they probably roll over, and like, it
was 20 something.
Yeah. And he ended up with
and 70. Then right after that timeout, like right after I tweeted it, right after that timeout, that's when they just started.
There was tons of tweets of people being like, this is pathetic, they're done, And then, like, nope, he decided.
I mean, I didn't say they was done, but it was funny to me that they were just getting dominated at home like that.
Yeah.
PT played well, too.
Yeah.
Who didn't? Melo.
Yeah, Melo's just not really that.
Melo was on the bench while they was coming back.
Yeah, and Jay Crowder played crazy good, but he faded away.
And the Bucks won again.
Yeah,
like, it's home team every game. I think the Bucks win Game 7 though, but I don't
know. Marcus Smart really didn't have much presence today, but like,
he's a home player.
Yeah, and I respect him. Like, I think he's tougher than anyone they got on Milwaukee, and he'll like will that team to win. But yeah, NBA playoffs are good. Baseball, man. So you didn't have a good day today, baseball though? Was that my fault?
I mean,
putting you on Ben Lively.
No, I didn't play early. Yeah. I tried. I told you it was scary. I don't know, but I did say there's only these lefties and just Dyson. I mean, if Dyson is hitting home runs, he's just putting it up on the tee for them, like.
Yeah. Yep. But, I ended up having a good day on both slates. Over $1,000 in the morning and like, 200 or so in the late slate. So it was a pretty good day. And it's funny because I had 40% lively in tournaments, but my cash team did all the damage I needed. So crazy, man.
Did you play the Minnesota pitcher?
Minnesota. No, I did not. I did think about it, but the wind was blowing out. Like, he's terrible, but his curve was so on, and like, thank you to him because the Yankees were so chalky. Didi Gregorius was 50% owned, and if he didn't pitch that well, I wasn't winning today. And I had to sweat. Like, the Yankees game like started later and like was just going slower because Minnesota scored a bunch of runs. So I just sweat. Like, once I was like, in second or first, like I just sweat like 3 at-bats apiece from Sanchez, Didi, Stanton, Judge, and like, Gibson just shut them down today. It was crazy. But yeah, let's jump in, man. We got Detroit Tigers and Mike Fiers. This is a pitching matchup versus Baltimore Orioles and Chris Tillman. The most expensive of these two pitchers on DK is 5.4 to give you an idea of what we're working with. Baltimore is a small favorite, 109. Looks like minimal weather impact here, 62-degree day, no wind.
I would say bats. Let me see. Oh, Tillman's. You could stack either team. Like, I have been pitching righties against Baltimore Orioles a lot, and I will continue to do that, but not with Mike Fiers. And Chris Tillman is garbage. You can pretty much take
Fiers either.
No, hell no.
It's real bad.
Miggy, Castellanos, the Candelaro kid, all of them, except I would never play V-Mart ever in my life. V-Mart just hit his first and last home run the other day. Even though my old lady loves him, the first time she ever played baseball, she put him in a team. She didn't know nothing. He hit 3 home runs. Every day she picks him. Like, you keep doing that. The guy sucks. But I would like to stack both teams. I like both teams. Shadow is on fire. Mancini, Alvarez, if he's in there.
What about on the Baltimore? Yeah, I just said anything on the Baltimore side.
Yeah, Machado for sure right now. But Mancini. I like Alvarez, Jones. Like, pretty much any bat here. Any bat with power, I'll be looking towards.
Mm-hmm. All right. Yeah, I mean, bats for sure. Detroit, Baltimore, not my favorite spots on the slate, but it might be. We gotta dive in here. Like, Detroit has not been a team that can win you a slate on a 15-game slate, but in Baltimore either. The bats have been struggling, but with these pitchers here, we definitely have to take a look.
I mean, it's a good park for Detroit, for sure, compared to home. But yeah, I like the bats here. I mean, I don't know how much I'm gonna have, but I will not be playing no pitchers.
Next game we got is the St. Louis Cardinals taking on the Pittsburgh Pirates. St. Louis is minus 127, and the over-under is 8.5. We got Miles Mikolas taking on Steven Brault.
Mikolas is okay. How much is he on DK? Oh, he's 7.6. I mean, that's kind of. I don't know if I want to pay that much for him, but I think he's okay. I don't think he's terrible. And Brault, no. I don't really necessarily love the park for St. Louis, but I love St. Louis's lineup, and I would be trying to get in those righties. Bam, even though he's a P, and leaves the game with a cut on his face or whatever it was. Jose Martinez, one of my favorite players, favorite young players in all of baseball. Molina is hot, but am I going to pay that for a catcher? I doubt it. DeJong is an option every day because he can hit 2 home runs. Jericho's okay. And that's probably it. Now I don't love it because I don't love this park.
Yeah, definitely not into this park. Again, like, there's just going to be better spots on this slate. What about, I mean, I could see going to Mikolas as an SP2 on DK, but
I don't love the price, though. Like, I don't know. There's other guys that I could go to that's a little cheaper, but I do think it's a good option. Like, he's been pretty dang good.
All right, next game we got is the Atlanta Braves taking on the Philadelphia Phillies. We got the Phillies at minus 165, and the over-under is 7.5. Aaron Nola taking on Julio Teheran. I kind of like Teheran here a little bit. What do you got?
Yeah, and he's cheaper than Mikolos. Mikolos is 7'6". He's 6'5". And I do kind of like Teheran. He's been pitching pretty well. I mean, you could also stack lefties against him, but I probably don't. So Teheran is interesting as on DK. Nola is no. I just won't do it. I'll say this every day for the rest of the year. I'm just not gonna take a righty against Atlanta. I'm just not gonna do it. They don't strike out enough for me, and they have mashers, and they got this rookie that just came up. He's gonna be so good. My Atlanta club is starting to turn it around finally. But do I want to pick on Nola? I doubt it. Maybe, but I doubt it. If I did, Freeman is super expensive. And I would only play lefties against Teheran, but on this slate, I don't know if I'll be getting a.
I mean, it's a good hitter's park, but I'm kind of like I've been impressed with Teheran lately. His velocity's been up, and the Phillies have been striking out, like definitely tops in the league. He's got a good umpire. I could definitely take a look at that. Don't love the park, but we got a small wind blowing in, and cool temperatures benefits the pitcher. Nola, I'm just not taking anybody against the Braves right now. Especially not a righty, especially not in a park that benefits lefties.
Teheran is really cheap.
Yeah, on DraftKings, Teheran 6'5", like as an SP2, that's definitely really attractive to me. Next game we got is the Arizona Diamondbacks and Zach Godley taking on the Washington Nationals and Steven Strasburg. The D-backs are what?
No, go ahead. They're what? Their favorite?
Nah, they're plus 140. Underdogs, Nats minus 152. And we got what looks to be a 7-run total. Pretty low team totals on both sides.
Wow. Do these pitchers limit ISO? Boy, let me tell you. I won't be trying to get no bat here. I'm good. I like both pitchers. I love Zach Godley. I'm a huge fan. So I'm interested in every single day. I don't care who he's playing. He could be playing the Yankees in Coors. I'm interested in Godley every single day. And Strasburg, I got interest there too. Arizona finally started swinging the bat the last couple of days. I mean, Lively will help that out for sure. He did today. They had it on the tee. No bats. I won't play any bats here at all. And I like both pitchers. Give me that. How much is that Godley on DK? 8.6.
Yeah, 8.6.
I mean, there's a lot of pitching options today. You can give me Zach Godley 8.6 over Strasburg at 10.8 every single day. I would take that. But man, there's a lot of pitchers on this slate. But Godley is one of my favorites. He should be fairly low owned, I would think, because most guys want to go up to get one of these top dudes like DeGrom and then go down. Oh my God, Ryu was the third highest priced pitcher. What the?
On DK or FanDuel?
DK. That's insane. What? I mean, he has a good matchup, but don't play Ryu. No, I like Godley. I might go down, like on a tournament team, I might go down and start with Godley. Maybe I go up to another pitcher, but probably down so I get some bats. But I like Godley every day. He's special.
At this price on DK, like I don't think you need to go up and grab an expensive arm. Like on a slate this big, I kind of like grabbing guys in the middle tier at 8-6 against the Nats. Their lineup's been kind of beat up. Like outside of Zimmerman, who's been hot for a couple days, and maybe Matt Adams sparks his team, they're really not doing too well offensively. You did mention that what's his name, the second baseman
Murphy.
Murphy maybe
he might come up today.
Maybe coming back tomorrow. So not that I'd run to play him right away, but that could be something that sparks their team. But Godley's looked really good. Again, we got to see the umpires tomorrow, but it's a big ballpark. I definitely have interest in Godley. And then Strasburg at 10-8, like it's in play too. The Diamondbacks really struggle on the road. If Godley's got a good ump, so will Strasburg. So you could even use both these guys on the same team in cash maybe. But like I said, in tournaments, I really don't want to pay up for super high end pitchers. I think you can get two guys in the mid tier.
Godley has a lot of medium contact. Really got
much soft or hard.
Yeah,
and he's getting a lot of ground balls, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Almost 60% this year. So only 22 fly ball. I mean, the swing and strike rate is not what I want it to be, but I just think he's so good that I don't care.
All right, next game we got is the Texas Rangers taking on the Toronto Blue Jays. Mike Minor, the lefty, taking on Marcus Stroman. We've got the Blue Jays as minus 154 favorites. They'll be in the Dome at home, and we've got an over-under of about 9. What do you think here?
Minor is he barely beats out Holland.
Does he throw slider?
Biggest fly ball pitcher on the slate. And I don't know if he throws sliders. But massive fly ball rate. Massive hard contact. Listen to this. This year, his soft contact is 15.8. His medium is 43.9, and his hard contact is 40.9. How he's only given up 0.86 home runs per 9, I have no idea, with a 53% fly ball rate.
So regression incoming? Is that what you're talking?
I would say so. I mean, he's not at home. Maybe he's been pitching on the road every day, but this is still a good park. I like hitters in this park. I could play the Blue Jays, of course, with those stats I just listed out. I could play the Blue Jays. The other side, I mean, see, Stroman is the opposite. Stroman is a massive ground ball rate. I bet he has the highest ground ball rate on the slate. Let me look. Yes, he does, by a lot. His ground ball rate this year alone, only this year, I'm not looking at both years, 20 innings, almost 70% ground ball rate. The next highest guy I see is 58. There's 58 is the next highest guy I see, 69.4%. So I'm probably not looking at Texas except Gallo.
Yeah, I mean, Texas has really struggled so far this year.
And Beltre's hurt now too, ain't he?
Yeah, Beltre's hurt. I mean, this lineup has guys that you've never heard of, and they've been playing for about a week now. Guys like Isaiah, Kiner Falefa, Ronald Guzman, and none of them have impressed at all in this opportunity in the bigs. Stroman's not really a strikeout guy. On websites like DK, you could definitely use him.
I mean, he's getting hit hard. There's no doubt about that.
He is, but he keeps so much of it on the ground. They're just hard ground balls,
That's not what you want.
I could see targeting the Toronto bats a tad. Like they do have some lefty mashers. Minor has like strikeout upside, but he can also get blown up. And you got guys like Steven Pierce, who's probably going to be leading off. Teo Oscar Hernandez, I just like absolutely love, and his price still hasn't caught up to the performance. Justin Smoke, homer today off sale, so that's a positive sign. A lot of righties in this Toronto lineup. They got a 5.1
Griachuk.
Yeah, I mean he's been in the projected lineup. Yeah, Ledmy's Diaz. There's definitely guys that you could definitely take a shot on here, and none of them are really that expensive. I mean, even Justin Smoke on DK is 3.7.
Oof, yeah, that's cheap. What is he? He's 3.7 on FanDuel too.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Chirinos is a guy that I always have interest in because of his power, but it's just the ground ball thing. Probably only Gallo. But Chirinos is one of my guys. I just love catchers that got power.
Yeah, and on DK, like the catcher is like really like the position that can set you apart. You catch a value catcher for a home run.
They can set you apart. They can set you apart on FanDuel too, and they're 2% every day.
Yeah, that's like an ownership thing, though.
Yeah.
On DraftKings, like you're forced to pick catchers, and like there's just not many, and you can be on a slate where there's just like none that are good, or it's like Gary Sanchez for 5,000.
Yeah, that's when you just try to punt. They try to find the cheapest guy that has power in his bat. I mean, that's what I do. I mean, or you could look for a guy that's high up in the order. Like there's a few of them, but usually they're expensive.
Yeah. Let's move on. Next game, we do have some weather here. Seattle Mariners visiting the Cleveland Indians. We've got the ace Corey Kluber taking on the non-ace Erasmo Ramirez. There is some rain projected, so we'll have to see. You're definitely not going to want to start Kluber. There's a chance of a delay. Right now, the Cleveland Indians are minus 245, and the total is 8.1. What's your thoughts?
My thoughts is that Ramirez is absolute garbage. Like, it makes me laugh looking at his swinging strike percentage. I mean, there's a couple guys that are close to him too, but 4.5% it's very limited. I got to look at it last year too. Hold on, let me click on here real quick. Where is he at? Where are you at, bruh? There he is. He is much better, 10%. You can give me all the lefties. I mean, Kipnis, but Brantley, Lindor, Alonso is on white hot fire.
Yeah.
Ramirez. I mean, you could just give me all these lefties. Kipnis, probably not because he's been so bad. But let me see what his price is. 3.4 on DK. I wouldn't play him on FanDuel at 3.2. 3.4 is maybe, but I doubt it. I'll skip him. Give me Ramirez and Alonso. Oh my God, this guy is hitting home runs every day. What's the weather like? It's gonna be rain.
Yeah, there's light rain in the forecast. 56-degree temps. We'll have to see.
That sucks because I kind of got interested in Kluber.
What's
Seattle was not a.
What's his price on FanDuel?
Kluber?
Yeah.
Hold on, find him. Let's see. He's 11.2. Ooh, he's 12.9 on DK. But it's really an ownership thing. He's the most expensive pitcher, right? On DK. He's 11.2. He's the most expensive pitcher on FanDuel too. But it's more of an ownership thing that I would look to him because I don't like picking on Seattle necessarily with Cruz back, but the way he struggled his last start and with DeGrom cheaper in a far better matchup, I think Kluber's going to be lower owned than he should be because he is the best pitcher on the slate. There's no doubt about it in my mind. Like, he is better than DeGrom. There's no question for me. if he's better than DeGrom. He is better than DeGrom for me. So I could go there. But that's a big price. I don't like to go that high on DK.
Yeah. Again, like, you're just going to struggle unless you pay down on your SP2 for a guy like Erasmo Ramirez at like 4.5.
Don't ever do that, please.
Yeah. It's like pitching Ben Lively today. But that was like a 5-game slate. It's different.
But
yeah.
I mean, there is a lot of value on a huge slate like this. But yeah, it still sucks. Like, to go that high, it sucks.
The thing is, you got to find like an entire value team. I mean, like, for the most part, you're doing, 5-2-1 stacks, 5-3, 4-4, 4-3, like, so it can't just be like one guy. It's got to be a situation like the Blue Jays where it's, the 3 guys you're stacking are 3-5, 3-7, 3-7, so then you can fit a guy like Corey Kluber with a guy like Mike Minor or, I don't know, Tyler Anderson, and then still get a decent lineup because, once you break over like the 18K mark on DK for 2 pitchers, it gets really hard to fit any good bats. Like, for example, today you had Chris Sale and Mookie Betts, like, were 2 kind of chalky guys from the same team. It was really hard to get both those guys in a lineup at their prices. So, on 15-game slates, if you can get 2, good arms in good spots in the mid-range, you have much more upside with the rest of your lineup versus the teams that are paying up for the Klubers.
Yeah, you just hope Kluber doesn't go get 40.
Right. Exactly. As long as he doesn't
get 28.
Yeah.
And then you'll be all right.
Next game we got is the Colorado Rockies coming down here to Miami to take on the Marlins. Jose Urena taking on Tyler Anderson. The Rockies are favored here, -128. And Tyler Anderson, lefty, taking on Jose Urena. The total is 8 right now. Any interest here, or is this like a game you can cross off?
How much is Anderson? 7-7. Urena is bad. Yeah, no, he's bad. You could take Colorado against him. I mean, it's one of the biggest park downgrades that you can get. I mean, pretty much San Francisco is worse, and that's probably pretty much it. So that sucks, but Charlie Blackmon is hitting most of his home runs on the road, so I might go there. He's going to be expensive, I know. 5-3. Wow. Arenado 5-1. Story 4-5. I don't know. I don't want to pitch Anderson. I'm not a fan of him. And I don't really want to stack against him either. Maybe Real Muto. That's probably it.
Yeah, Real Muto's hot. He hit, 2 in LA the other night.
He's 4,000 on TK.
Yeah, it's a lot, especially for catcher. Like, you're not playing JT Real Muto with Kluber on a team.
Yeah, I'd probably rather play him on DK. FanDuel at 3-1, where he'll be 3%.
Yeah, that's you play him on FanDuel. There's really, like, the Marlins bats are cheap, but like the guys that outside of Real Muto,
it's only lefty, like Bohr and
Dietrich. I like Miguel Rojas when he's at the top of the order. I've been kind of impressed with him over the last few years, but not when he's going to be batting 7th. That's the home team, and I don't think I would take the Rockies on this big of a slate, but I wouldn't be surprised if they put up some runs.
I could do a Blackmon one-off. Mm-hmm. He should be low owned, but it's not like the best play.
Yeah, that's a big park down here.
Yeah.
And the roof's not going to be open. We're projected for some rain tomorrow too. 79 degrees, light rain. So you're not going to get that humidity boost. Next game we got.
What about Dahl though? Dahl's at 3.6.
Yeah, he's been like extremely over-owned lately. Like everybody kind of knew about him. His price.
Yeah, but lower. At home though. Yeah. You think on the road?
No, you're probably right. He probably won't ship on the road at all. unless you're stacking this team, you'll probably include him, but I don't think a ton of people are going to go here.
I mean, he has a pretty big ISO against righties.
I mean, it's a really small sample size, though. Like,
yeah, 196 at bats.
I mean, that's not that bad actually.
Yeah, it's over the last 2 years. I always look at 2 years for ISO.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I thought he missed most of last year with injury, though.
He began the year, and then I think he got injured and never came back.
Tampa Bay Rays taking on your Boston Red Sox. You got Blake Snell taking on Drew Pomeranz. The Red Sox are minus 168 faves, and we got an 8.5 run total right now. What's up with your Red Sox, bro? They've been striking out. It's either they go off or they get no hit and dominated.
They're a little worse against lefties right now. Like Manaea, no hit them, and then they struggle against Happ.
Yeah, Happ struck 10 of them out. That's
no.
That was eye opening.
I think it was like a hangover from getting no hit. I don't know, but they should be crushing lefties. Like,
yeah,
I would think so.
JD, Hanley, Mookie,
of course, JD.
And you're getting Xander Bogaerts back tomorrow.
That's good, I guess.
It's not great for DFS, but it's good for you too.
No, it's good. It'd be good if you moved to second base and Machado was playing shortstop. That's what I want. I want Machado. Please make that happen, Boston. But Drew Pomeranz is okay. Like, he's cheaper than Mikolas. He's not a K guy, so I don't love that. And the Rays have been really hot, so I probably don't do it. Like, I shouldn't have did Bundy today with how hot they've been, but Bundy been so good, I still did it. But these guys have been really swinging the bats, for real.
They're like the Marlins. They're like pesky, and like Cron and Ramos have been producing the power.
Cron is one of the hottest hitters in baseball, and did some of these guys like Heckavaria, as odd as it sounds, like his ISO over the last week is really up there. Like I never thought I'd ever say that. I never thought I'd ever see that, but it is. Yeah. And this Wendell kid, like he's crushing the baseball, and Robertson, like all these dudes are just on fire right now.
Yeah, actually, the projected lineup has Matt Duffy in there too, so they'll be getting him back. That's another good lefty mashing kind of bat.
Oh man, look at this, man. Ramos is 2-3 on FanDuel. You can give me that. I'll take that.
Yep. Yeah, he's hit like 3 home runs this week. Like
he's hot. Like, this whole lineup is hot, man. It's crazy. But on the other side, JD might be my home run call of the day today too. Like,
has he faced
lefty?
At all?
I don't know. He might not, but the rest of the guys should. I gotta go look at that. I gotta go look at the BVP because he pitched for Tampa last year.
Yes, he's definitely faced the other Red Sox for sure.
Yeah,
and he probably would have ran into JD when he was in Detroit.
Probably not much though, but
yeah, I mean he's only around 2 years. He's like when he's on Snell, like you don't like pick on him, but when he starts walking guys and then he gives up the long ball and he could have like 4 great innings and then that one unraveling where he walks 2 guys, gives up a home run, they don't take him out, and another home run after a few walks, and it just
I mean I'm a fan of Snell. I think he's really talented. The problem is the walks, but his walk rate is not anything crazy. It's only 9% this year, which is not great, but it's not terrible. Like there's guys 12, 14, 15.
Mm-hmm.
He's just a fly ball dude. He's not getting hit very hard. He's got a lot of medium contacts. Almost a home run per 9 and 28 innings. I don't love Boston today, but I could stack them if they're going to be low owned. but they're expensive. But I don't necessarily love stacking a team against what I feel is a good pitcher. And I know Blake Snell has K stuff. He's a good strikeout pitcher. He just has a problem with a walk. If he walks two guys and then JD's up, or he walks a couple guys and one gets a base hit and JD comes up with the bases loaded, he's gonna have to throw it down the middle, and JD's gonna take it out.
Do you think the Red Sox are going to be popular on this slate?
I don't think so. I don't think it's so against Snell, and they are expensive. Let me see. They are one of the most expensive teams collectively on the slate. I don't know. I don't think very popular, because there's some guys going against bad pitchers that would be more popular, I would think.
Yeah, and on a 15-game slate, it's like, no one's going to be like so highly owned. I don't think, at least bat-wise, that you don't want to own any of them. Like it's there's just too many options. You never really see like a stack get like over 30% unless it's like the nuttiest of spots.
I mean, see, the reason I kind of like Tampa Bay right here, because the fact that they're so hot, and Pomerantz, while he's only pitched 3 innings so far, he's just not a huge strikeout dude. So that makes me have interest in Tampa, especially if they're going to be low owned again.
They're definitely going to be low on. Like, even though they've been hot, so. Like nobody's playing them. It was a 4-game slate. They were like,
yeah, well today, but the day before, the day before they were a little more popular, but none crazy against a terrible pitcher. They'll be low owned for sure. You don't got to worry about ownership with them.
Yeah, never. This whole season, you won't have to worry about their ownership.
So it's a okay sneaky stack for cheap.
Yeah, definitely. And then they'll help you get a more expensive pitcher. What do we got next? Cincinnati Reds and Luis Castillo taking on Phil Hughes and the Minnesota Twins. We got the Twins as essentially a pick'em here, and the total right now is 9.1.
Castillo is a guy that I have interest in for sure. On DK, he is only 6'3", and on the season, he's not been necessarily the Castillo I was hoping for. Like, he has been giving up home runs for sure. But he also has the 3rd highest swinging strike rate on the slate. Minnesota is not a team I love to pick on, but they will strike out, kind of like the Yankees. Like they can go cold and strike out a lot. I like Castillo. I think I'll be pitching Castillo today, and he's really good against righties and can struggle against lefties. So if I was making a head stack, it would be with the lefties. But I love Cincinnati, all the lefties. Votto on fire. Votto is back. Votto is here.
Yeah,
it took him a little while, but
yeah, I mean, he's a professional. Like he's
one of the greatest hitters ever.
He is. He really is. Like
But you can give me Votto, Schebler every day. CK, that's for you, CK. Me and CK love Scott Schebler. What about you, Paulie? You love Scott Schebler?
Everybody loves Scott Schebler. He's got massive power.
Yeah. And Scooter Gennett, those 4. Oh, I didn't say Winker. Those 4.
Yeah.
All 4 of them lefties, I love them. I could throw the ball in that bad boy, too. On DK, where I can get 5. I love them.
What about the other side? Like, are you interested in Castillo or maybe stacking against?
Yeah. Yeah, no, I like Castillo. He's one of my favorite pitchers today, especially on DK where he's so cheap.
6.
I like him a lot just because he has major strikeout upside.
Twins can
but
strike
like I said, if I was going to stack against him, like if I was going to make a head stack, it would be the lefties. Kepler, Morrison, Rosario, even though he's been kind of bad. I don't play Joe Mauer. Never. But if Castro broke the lineup, I could do that. But I probably won't be doing that. But I like the steal for sure.
These Twins
One of my
might be
favorite
a
cheap options.
little heartbroken too.
Who?
Twins.
Oh,
After
yeah.
Gary the
After
GOAT
Gary
crushed their
Gary hit that
souls
out.
in the ninth. Yeah. Dude, like they were dominating the Yankees the entire game, and then Fat Miguel Sano like boots a ball, and then pretty much boots the next one. The next one wasn't. I don't even know if it was officially an error, but like a good third baseman would have made a play on that. Gave Mike Stanton an infield single to put two on, and then it was like a nightmare scenario. Like Fernando Rodney's their closer. Like he's a guy that just blows saves like on the regular, and you put Judge and Didi and Stanton on with essentially errors, and then Gary the Goat just crushed it, just destroyed Gibson's great start. Like I was so impressed with Gibson's curveball. It was like guys were swinging and missing by like 3-4 feet. Like he had it going today, and the Yankees just crushed souls. And we've been winning, man. Like a week
Weren't they
ago,
getting no hit through like 5 innings?
yeah, we were getting no hit through 5 innings, and like he had like 10 strikeouts. Like
Wow.
his curveball was like untouchable today. It was crazy.
Bet you wish you had him on DK and over. Oh boy, they had a real good day.
Yep, for sure. I did though. I took first in that tournament. It was awesome. All right, next game we got is the Oakland Athletics and the Houston Astros. Sean Manaea, is this his first start since the no-hitter?
You damn right.
Taking on the Houston Astros, just a horrible, horrible next matchup. You got the Red Sox and now the Astros, but I think Sean Manaea has proven that he's legit. Price got bumped up a bit. He's 8-4, and Dallas Keuchel's price continues to go down to 8-8. Astros are minus 162. What do you think?
Well, I've always known Sean Manaea is legit. I was a huge fan last year, but year before that too. But today, like I told CK the other day, after the no-hitter, he just threw the most pitches he has ever thrown in his life. And what do I do after that happens? I stack against him. Houston Astros are expensive. It sucks. But the Houston Astros are by far my number one stack of the day. It's what I do. I've been doing it ever since I started playing MLB DFS. If a pitcher goes out and throws the most pitches he has ever thrown in his entire life, I don't care who the pitcher is. It could be the greatest pitcher ever. It could be Max Scherzer, Sale. Kershaw's not even in that discussion no more because he sucks. I don't care what the pitcher is. He just threw out, I think it was 127 pitches. Maybe it was more, maybe it was less. But I love Houston today, for sure. And I think Keuchel is interesting because Oakland could strike out, but it's how much is Keuchel?
8-8 on DK. I mean, he had a good performance last game. The Oakland's like they've just been too hot, and they can get so righty, but they don't really hit lefties all that well, like as a whole. Like
Yeah, I like him much better against a righty because of all the lefties, and then Crush Davis, he's good against lefties, but he's better against righties.
Yeah, he's better against righties. Mark Semien has been hot too, and he's a guy that crushes lefties.
Yeah. See, because Lowry, I like him so much better from the left side of the plate.
Me too.
But yeah, I don't think I'm gonna be playing any A's. I don't think. But I love Houston. And they're expensive. They're not that expensive on DK though. I will say that. They're expensive on FanDuel. Like they're not over 5K. Which, I guess that's a positive.
This is a game I got to dive into more. I got to see Keuchel's history against these guys, what they hit, what he does, and then get a look at the umpire. But I think both these pitchers could be interesting. Even like Houston, they kind of been like Boston. They come alive and then they get shut out 2 games in a row by bad pitchers. And I don't think I'd really favor Mania, but Keuchel, I definitely have some interest in.
Yeah,
For
I would suggest not pitching Mania today.
yeah, it's like I haven't even looked, but I know the guys like Springer and Correa and Altuve are going to profile well against them. Weird for such a big slate. Like, there's nothing that I really really love so much yet. Like the Tampa Bay spot's what we got the most excited about. A couple more games to go.
I'm most excited about this one right here.
This one right here.
I love Houston. Love them.
Oh, Houston. Okay, I thought you meant this next one, which is the Chicago White Sox. As a team, I think they hit 6 home runs today. The entire nation was pretty much on the White Sox on the live stream, so that was cool. Reynaldo Lopez, who's been really impressive, taking on Danny Duffy, the lefty. The Royals are minus 132 favorites, and we've got a total of 8.5. And there's a 10-mile-per-hour wind blowing out to right field.
10 mile an hour. Well, I'm gonna like not Duffy, Lopez. Where are you?
I agree. Like, I pitched Giolotto today on the late slate. He didn't do good by any means, but he still got the win. He only gave up 2 runs. He only got 2 Ks. But Reynaldo Lopez, he can overpower hitters. Like, I don't care that the Royals don't strike out much. Like, Lopez can still get his. If he's got a good ump, I could be interested in Lopez too. He's really impressed me a lot this year.
Yeah, I like him. He's definitely been good.
And like, I know the Royals got Sal Pal back, but other than him, like, there's no one besides him and Moose that you're really scared of. Whit Merrifield wasn't in the lineup today. I don't know if there's like an injury or anything behind that. But like, if he's out of the lineup, it just gets uglier.
Man, his Sierra is 5. Lopez. Yeah.
That's a cautionary sign.
Yeah, it kind of scared me when I just seen that. But
what about the White Sox bats against the lefty?
Been so good. I have to go look at the history because I know there's history here.
Yeah, there's definitely.
If there's good history, I'll be on this for sure. I hope Abreu is back.
Yeah,
with Abreu out, it made me like I just locked in on Junis right when Abreu was out, and then Delmonico, right? Delmonico got scratched later.
Yeah, he got.
And then
scratched.
I was like,
I
wasn't even seeing nothing, bro. I was all over that, and then he just got crushed.
Yeah, I mean, Moncada, who's just been on absolute freaking tear, led off with a home run, and then like 2 innings later, Wellington Castillo and Davidson went back to back. Trace Thompson got in on the action. Davidson hit another one. I think they even got one more, but maybe not. But still, they put on a power display. I could see people going back here because outside of Moncada, and if Abreu's in the lineup, like, you can get a lot of these guys pretty cheap. Trace Thompson's 2.9, Matt Davidson's 3.5, Wellington Castillo 3.1. So, wind blowing out. I think
how much? Oh yeah, 10. You said 10.
Yeah, little recency bias. After they went off today, people may look to go back here tomorrow.
I mean, if they're going to be popular, I don't necessarily love it because of the park, and they could become popular because Duffy got rocked his last start. But if I'm playing them, it's Abreu, it's Beef Castillo, Davidson, always against a lefty. I wish Garcia was there, but he's not. I would not play Moncada today. I want him from the left side. I wouldn't play him today. It's just going to be a guy I would not play, and I just hope he's popular because I'm not going to play him. But if he in a stack, I could still use him in a stack because they'll see some righties if they blow up Duffy. But it would be Abreu, Castillo, and Davidson.
Yeah, for sure. And because it's such a big slate, I don't think they're gonna get too highly owned. Like I may go here myself. After digging into the history, wind blowing out. You know, I like this White Sox team, especially against lefties. Next game we got my New York Yankees traveling to Los Angeles to take on the Angels. We got Andrew Haney, the lefty, taking on Luis Severino. The Yanks are minus 157 favorites, and the total right now is only 8. What do you think? Any interest in these pitchers, bats?
I will have interest in Heaney plenty, but today is not the day because I know he gives up power to righties, so it's not the day for me. But I will be going back to that guy. Severino, yes, he should be looked over because how hot the Angels started the year and how potent their lineup is when you just look at the names. But Severino is so good. I love this kid. He's my favorite guy that wears a Yankee uniform. Like, I hate the Yankees, and I love Severino. He's one of my favorite pitchers in baseball. I love him to death. So I could go there for sure. I think he's going to be low owned. First off, it's on the West Coast. Second off, it's against the Angels. Yep. And I like Severino a lot. I think I would rather go to him than DeGrom, which I think DeGrom is in a better spot. I know DeGrom is in a better spot. DeGrom is in a great spot, but his ownership should be much higher than Severino's, and Severino can outscore DeGrom any day.
Yeah, and Severino's real tough to righties, and that's like all the Angels have. Like,
most of them is. Most of the guys are scared of.
And Cole Calhoun, maybe.
And I'm not scared of Calhoun.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, I like Severino a good amount. And you gotta like the Yankees. I mean, I'm not looking at splits, but if I remember correctly, Heaney gets hit hard by righties, so it would be the empowered righties, and then probably Didi. Didi's an everyday play.
Yeah, Didi leads baseball in batting average and RBIs right now. I know it's only April. It's been a month, but that's not the guy you're expecting to be at the top of those statistics. I could see the Yanks getting a little bit popular. It is a bad ballpark. It is on the West, but the Yanks are just always owned. They're just so potent.
Stanton's ISO is 384 against lefties the last 2 years.
Yeah,
that is amazing.
2 games left, bro. Your boy, here he is, Jacob deGrom and the Mets taking on the San Diego Padres. We got Clayton Richard versus deGrom. The Mets are minus 160, and the total right now is 7. What do you got here?
deGrom. He's in a great spot. If I was playing cash, I would be all over him. I still might play him in tournaments, but I do think he's going to be popular. He should be popular. Yeah. He's going against the Padres in San Diego.
Especially if there's weather concerns in that Cleveland game, I think Jacob deGrom becomes the cash game pitcher for the slate.
He's probably a better option even without weather just because of the matchup.
Yeah, he's got the best matchup. San Diego strikes out. They're kind of banged up. I don't know if Hosmer's going to be with the team.
I think he's going to be back today.
Yeah.
I think they said he would come back on a Friday.
On a Friday, all right.
So deGrom is good. Period. He's good against everybody. So I'm never scared of Hosmer. But he could go up and get 3 hits against him. Is he going to get a home run?
Even if he does, it's going to probably solo.
Yeah, I would bet a hefty amount of money that Eric Hosmer is not going to hit a home run off Jacob deGrom.
What is deGrom's price on FanDuel? He's 12.4 on DK. That's just brutal.
Yeah, it is expensive. He is $500 cheaper than How much is, because Severino is 10. Oh, yeah, man.
Yeah,
Please,
2K
please play Severino in tournaments over Jacob deGrom. I beg you. If it
cheap.
doesn't work, it doesn't work. You move on to the next day. But you can save $2,000 on Severino, and he has as much upside as deGrom, if not more. You just do that, please. I beg of you. How much is he's 10-6 on FanDuel. So he's only $400 more expensive than Severino there. So he's probably a better play on FanDuel. But $2,000, I'm not paying $2,000 more for deGrom than Severino. Just not going to do it.
Last game, man, this was a beast of a slate. We got the Los Angeles Dodgers taking on the San Francisco Giants, Hyunjin Ryu versus Derek Holland, the Dodgers, who've been extremely cold, besides Grandal.
Grandal, the best Dodger.
Yeah.
My favorite Dodger.
Besides Grandal, are minus 134 favorites, and we have a 8-run total. You got any interest in Ryu? You know, San Fran's been like a complete weird, like different team from last year. Last year they didn't strike out at all. This year they're striking out a ton versus lefties and righties.
Yeah, no, both of them. So over 25% against both. At least last time I looked. On DK, no. His price, he's 11-1. Like, that is nuts. Like, where did that come from? On FanDuel, he's 7-8, so he's an option there. You could play him. Am I going to play him? No, I'm not. I don't play Ryu. If he goes out and pitches a gym, whatever, I don't pitch him. I won't.
Yeah, I mean, he's never, he's not going complete games. So, best bet is 7 innings. Then he's got to get you, 8, 9 Ks, not give up runs, get the win. At 11-1, that's a lot to ask. There's just no profit in his price at all. Exactly.
And 11-1, it's just, that is completely insane. He's $3,000 overpriced in my opinion. There's no way. He doesn't have upside at 11-1. None. I was just about to say, if I ever suggest stacking the Dodgers again before they get Turner, just shoot me in the head.
I said the same thing to CK. I think we stacked them up as our main, highest ownership team 3 times this week, and it just
shoot me in the head. But I'm about to do it again. Derek Holland. Yeah, of course. Derek Holland is terrible, bro. Derek Holland is so bad.
And he's a fly ball pitcher. This is a huge park. I don't know.
They're in San Francisco?
Who do you want to play? Yeah, they're in San Fran. Kike Hernandez is going to be cheap. You can grab Austin Barnes.
Oh my God, I don't like it as much if they're in San Francisco, but don't play Grandal. He shouldn't even crack the lineup. Barnes should play today against a lefty. So I like Barnes. I like Bellinger because people are going to skip Bellinger because it's lefty on lefty. Let me see. Where's Bellinger at? Bellinger has a 273 ISO against lefties. So I'll take that. Derek Holland is terrible against righties, though. Barnes, Kemp, Kike, Taylor, no Puig. Don't play Puig against a lefty. You could play all of those. And I like Bellinger. Yeah, God, they're gonna suck. I already know it. I already know they're gonna suck. It's just gonna happen because that's what they do. But I like it. How can I not like it? It's Derek Holland. And I don't want no, except that one kid is absolutely crushing. Mac Williamson. Yeah, I could play him every day right now. Other than that, I'm good. I want home runs, and I'm good.
All right, that's gonna do it for the game by game. That was a beast, bro. Let's do some Darn Watch. Give me your favorite expensive and cheap pitcher, and we'll get up out of here. pitchers.
My favorite expensive pitcher is Severino, and my favorite cheap pitcher is Castillo.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with you on Severino and cheap pitcher.
Don't be mad at me if Severino gets rocked because this lineup is dangerous. So
I know the risk involved, but
no, I'm not talking to you. I know you're not gonna be mad. Some of these folks is listening.
I'll go with Mikolas for now.
I like that too.
And then Dongs, infield, outfield, utility. You can go first.
I will say Scott Schebler.
All right. Scotty Shebs. I'm going to take Mac Williamson.
Carlos Correa.
I can see that. I can totally see that. I'm going to go Gary the Goat. And last one, any position. There's just like so many.
Damn it. I don't want to say Joey Votto because he's hit 3 home runs in a row, but I love the Reds. I'll say JD Martinez against a lefty.
I like that. I definitely like that. And I'm going to close it out with my boy Matt Davidson of the White Sox against the lefty. So, big slate. Catch us on the Y stream tomorrow, 5:30 usual time. You going to be on tomorrow, Cash?
Yeah.
That's right. Friday, CashinDFS day. If you're listening on YouTube, please click that like button. It means a lot to us. If you're listening on Podbeam or iTunes, please give us some 5-star reviews. And if you're listening on Facebook, please like and share. That stuff helps the nation continue to do what we do. Cash, thanks for breaking down this big-ass slate with me, and I'll see you tomorrow on the Y stream.
Yes, sir.
For CashinDFS, for myself, for entire Wise Take Nation, we are out.
Yeah.